Is that for real?
Live from Studio B at KPRC Channel 2. Houston Life starts now.
Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to Houston Life. It is September 28th. Courtney, just a few more days in the month.
I know, end of the month, and it looks like our weather is finally cooperating. Oh, doesn't it feel good outside?
It feels great to be able to actually open the windows.
I know.
We haven't done it yet, and not sweat. I hear that some people are starting to open their windows, but it does kind of feel nice that we're a little jacket today.
I know.
Feels like fall. Maybe it'll stick around for a while.
I think so. At least tomorrow is supposed to be pretty chilly, if I do say so. That's what I've heard in the forecast. Chilly in air quotes.
Chilly like my heart?
Yes.
That's perfect. Well, we're so glad to have you guys with us today on Houston Life. And we do have a really great show planned for you, as always. You know Debbie Allen, Houstonian?
Love.
She can do everything.
Really
okay?
can.
Producer, singer, dancer, choreographer, director. She's executive producer, Grey's Anatomy right now. She's starring in it as well. She's a new grandmother. She has a second baby on the way. And there she is. Look at her, 70 years old. She really is a firecracker. And Joe Sam will chat with Houston native Debbie Allen about her brand new Love is Grand campaign that essentially recognizes and honors grandparents all over the place. So we're really looking forward to that interview.
I mean, she is so fantastic. That's like the amount of talent in one person is really unbelievable.
Yeah,
you know?
she is a class act.
Absolutely.
Going strong. So how's your weekend?
You know, the weekend was good. We were busy. First thing on a Friday evening, my sweet Connor got some braces on Friday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. How did it go?
You know, it went well. He was a little nervous.
Oh, does he know you're showing this photo?
He does now.
His teeth already look very, very nice.
He doesn't have to have major, you know, there's the after. He doesn't have to have major work, but he's got, you know, got a few issues. Only 12 months that he has to have him on, so.
He looks like a teenager.
Doesn't he? I know.
That is so weird. He's growing up so fast.
So fast. And so lots of milkshakes and smoothies that he's kind of enjoying right now because his teeth are a little sore. So we're kind of working through that. He said, Mom, when is it going to be, when am I not going to feel this anymore? I don't think it's so much the awkwardness on the teeth. It's just the slight pain that he's dealing with.
Getting used to, yeah. I told you that once, I was in 7th grade, I guess 6th grade when I got braces, had them for a couple years, and once during Sunday dinner, you know, after church, you come home and all of that, and my tongue got caught on my braces. Because I had the rubber bands that went from the top to the bottom, and so there was that extra little metal piece.
Yes.
And I was just, somehow I was, I don't know, sweeping my tongue down below, and
there it was.
And yeah, it was stuck. It was very traumatic.
Oh, don't worry, Connor. Everything's going to be fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say that to make you nervous. I'm just saying, they're wearing braces. I mean, there are trials and tribulations. Also, playing sports was totally different because I was on the volleyball team, and, you know, having braces, you get ball in the face. And
yeah, it's a whole different scenario.
I know. I wish I could go back to those days, though, just for a minute.
I know. I had braces, too. I never got my tongue stuck or anything like that. I think I had them on maybe for, like, less than 2 years. But I had glasses and braces all at the same time. But when I got the braces off, got the contacts, I was like a whole new person. People didn't even know who I was.
Like a makeover.
Yes.
I think glasses are cool.
18 months in the making. I need to find, there's a doozy photo. I think I have like a tie on. I went through like the tie phase. So I think it's a pink shirt with this tie and might have been some overalls or something weird. I think I might have had a mullet in this photo, but I definitely had glasses and braces. Real pretty.
You have got to find.
I'm going to look for it.
And honestly, glasses and braces are cool.
They are.
Great. And I know so many people who have gotten braces during COVID.
Oh, of course.
Because
you yourself.
Well.
Was that before COVID? No, it was during,
I decided that I would do Invisalign, but I mean real braces though, right?
Yeah.
And if you're working from home and you're not seeing people, and in public you wear a mask, it's actually kind of genius. It's the perfect time to get braces.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be afraid of showing them off either. I mean, everybody, you know, everybody has them.
Yeah, braces are cool.
They're a cool thing.
They're really cool. And you went to the farmer's market in the Heights on Sunday.
My word. So yesterday was perfect weather. Tons and tons of viewers that we saw out there at the Heights Mercantile Farmers Market, and it was great. So we saw B from Flora Cucina. She sold out of everything. The edible flowers, in like record time.
Amazing.
So grateful.
I knew that would happen.
So many great things. So, I mean, if you guys, second and fourth Sunday over there at Heights Mercantile, and it is so great. Fresh flowers, butter lettuce, honey, pasta, bread, everything you can possibly imagine. It's great. And Oscar went too, so he met some new friends, and lots of viewers from the show were there as well. So it was really, really fun to see people.
And you can always tell that, like, the expert farmers market goers, because they have their little coolers that they're pulling along.
Brilliant.
And they know exactly how to keep, you know, keep things cold while they shop. Got the system down pat.
I know, and I found something new there. These serrano pepper infused margaritas. Haven't tried it out just yet. Can't wait to do so. I'm going to report back. But
Okay.
they sold out as well. So
Looking forward to that. We wanted to join you. We had a lot of house stuff that came up, and so we literally were at home all weekend. But I did make some cocktails using those little kits
From Flora Cucina?
From Flora Cucina.
Yeah.
Or Cocina, right?
Cocina.
Cocina.
Yes.
My Spanish is a little rusty these days. However, I gotta tell you, I was thinking about you laughing because you had thought that it was only one cocktail in that
In the
jar.
story, I know.
It is so strong. It makes like 4
8.
or 5 or
Yeah.
6, or depending on how heavy your pour is. Yes, we made ours with gin, and it was really something. But the color, that's what I couldn't get over.
fantastic.
It soaks up all those beautiful natural flowers, and it was beautiful. Let's just say it was a nice, strong cocktail and nice and pink.
So we did it originally with the Prosecco, which was fantastic. And then you added gin to it. Unbelievable.
I know.
Double bang for your buck.
A double bang. Yeah, 2 for 1. Well, we did stay home. We're trying to do like a fall cleaning at our house. And so Brandon had the pressure washer out on
Doing some
Saturday.
stuff.
I mean, it's like we have a brand new roof deck. But then our neighbors were out on their roof. We did a little socially distant.
Happy hour?
Yes, it was
Is that
so
a
good.
shot?
That's Lorena and Nate, and there's Joni out on that last
love
deck.
this.
And it was so cool because even though we were a little afraid that we were going to lean too far and fall to our death 4 stories down. But it was a great way. I can't believe we have never done this before during the time of COVID to, you know, keep our distance.
Right.
It was a great way to just sort of hang out and enjoy some tequila and sotol and
Oh my word. And a perfect day for that. Not a cloud in the sky.
not a cloud in the sky, and it was nice to stay home, but you know, have a bit of a social connection. And we love our neighbors. We really do.
So awesome. So
Yeah.
fun.
I know, it's nice to be able to like do a little something at home, because I feel like as much as Brandon and I like spending time together, it is kind of nice to
See other people?
see other people. Even if they're
Love
like
you. Mean
6
it.
feet away. Yeah, I mean, we FaceTime with our family and stuff, but it was great to have a few, you know, little sips
Absolutely.
on the roof. You know who else got some fresh air this weekend?
Who? Tex?
Yes.
I know. Okay, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to say it.
Well, Tex is full of surprises, right? I mean, he is really a man of many, many talents, and it turns
He's
out...
the most interesting pup we know.
Well, and so is he like trying to get his pilot's license or what?
I think so. I mean, look at him. He couldn't be happier because he was flying over there in Belleville, Texas, about an hour outside of Houston, of course. He looks very comfortable flying that plane.
He certainly does. Look how chill he is. Oh, he had some humans along for the ride.
Oh, it wasn't just a solo flight.
Yes, that's Ryan on the right side, our assistant chief engineer. And I'm not sure who the woman on the left is, but I'm sure she's lovely.
Her name's Anna. If I'm
Oh,
supposed to
you know
say that.
Anna?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, how lovely.
I know.
Texas little passengers for
I hope I
for
said
the
her
weekend.
name right. I think I did.
You know better than I do.
Okay.
She looks lovely.
I mean, that's the perfect trio to be flying, and what a great day for it.
I know. I feel like now is the time when I'm sort of reminded that, you know, the weather in Houston is really great 6 months out of the year, right?
Oh, yes.
I think we can all just sort of take a nice breath and breathe a sigh of relief coming out of those sticky, humid summer months.
We're on the back end of that.
We're on the back end.
Yes.
All right, so let's chat about the Astros. Big deal for them, huh?
I know, big deal. Get ready to sport your blue and orange tomorrow. Of course, our Astros, the good guys, clinched the #6 spot in the American League for the MLB playoffs. A little bit different this year, and all of that said. But of course, the playoffs begin tomorrow. We're excited. We're pulling for them. I've got my Astros gear ready for tomorrow. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, same. Check out Running Game HTX, by the way, on Instagram. They have some great Astros stuff. All the teams. I mean, they have Texas stuff as well, but their Astros stuff, I think, is great. And so many folks, I think, share the same frustration that we want to put on our Astros gear and go out to a game. Gosh, it feels like forever since we've been to an Astros game, doesn't it?
It has. It's been a minute.
Yeah, well, knock on whatever this is that we can...
Plexiglass? I think it's real glass, isn't it?
No, it's
Oh, it's
plastic.
not? It is plastic?
I think it's loose. It's not glass. I
No?
think it's lucite. Wow, we have some really interesting conversations here.
So glad
on
I can
Houston
hear
Life.
people clicking away now.
So there was a recent survey, and we wanted to chat about this on last week's show, and then I think we
Somehow got sidetracked.
which is very unusual. We never do that. So this question went out on this survey online, and here's the question. If you could choose, which would you rather? Live a long life but struggle, or live a shorter life but have that be more comfortable? Before you answer, 32% of Americans say they would rather live a long life but struggle. 35% say a shorter but comfortable life. 32% they don't know.
Well, I'd rather live a long life, I think.
Yeah? Why?
Yeah. I don't know. Just because of enjoying life instead of, if you think short time, I don't know. I want to be part of this for a long time.
Here for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
Right?
I'd rather live a longer life. I was surprised that most survey respondents said you would rather live a shorter life. I don't know, that's tough for me to wrap my head around. Because
And maybe they're just focusing on the non-struggle of that, Shorter life, but kind of breezing through. I think you learn a lot from struggling.
yeah, you absolutely do.
You figure out who you are.
Yeah, you grow more. I remember growing up, and we really did not do a lot growing up. I mean...
What do you mean?
Well, single mom, we didn't go many places.
Okay.
We never went out to eat. We never went to restaurants. Oh my gosh, we never
No?
took trips. No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, no. Going to a restaurant was like out of the question.
Big deal.
That would not happen. The only time we went to a restaurant is if it was, I don't know,
Birthday or
getting a
something.
Happy Meal. Not even a birthday.
Love a good Happy
Meal, $1.99. Are they still $1.99?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
But we would go to my grandma's house, and that was the time when we could go out to eat. And that was our version of going out to eat. But we were sort of left with our imaginations, and my mom had a sewing machine and some fabrics, so we would like string up fabric and do weird things around the house, like create our own plays. And I used to look at all the neighbor kids and think, oh my gosh, like they just went on this vacation and they used to, they have donuts for breakfast. Like, what is that even like to have like a box of donuts for breakfast? The things that we idealize, right, when we think we're struggling. And I look back on that time and think, you know what, those struggles actually were really great tools to sort of get us to the next chapters in our lives.
Well, and I think then you appreciate it. I mean, as you've gotten older, right? The idea of traveling and exploring the world and taking your mom along with you on a lot of those trips, I think that's what's instilled in us when we're growing up, of doing those things and maybe care for them a little bit more as opposed to it being handed and expected, right?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good point. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
It's funny, too, because I think growing up, you see, like the rich kids in the neighborhood or people who seem to have it all together. And the older I've gotten, I realized I wouldn't trade anyone,
Right.
Like, I wouldn't want to trade them places for anything.
Right. What's crazy is you mentioned family vacations. We traveled, but we didn't travel as a family. I know this sounds really strange, but, my parents divorced, and my brothers would travel together with Aunt Rob. They're only a couple months apart. So, and then when I traveled, I went with Aunt Rob. So I didn't alone, not with my brothers. We did do one trip together to Florida, but they traveled together, but we never did a family trip together, ever.
Huh.
Yeah.
But it is kind of cool, though, to have, like, the cool aunts with whom you can jump on a plane. And weren't they both flight attendants?
Yes,
So
both flight attendants.
that's
and
a
that
great
was
hookup.
and they also said, it's okay, if you want to end up and live in the town that you grew up in, we just want you to see other parts of the world. Now, my brothers went all around the world with her. They went everywhere.
That is amazing.
Swam in the Nile and, you know, pyramids and all this. I was younger, and I think I was probably a little bit more nervous about traveling, so the farthest I went with Aunt Rob was to Hawaii. But we had a great trip, and I think I was in 5th or 6th grade when I was there, and you know, learning about plankton and the ocean. I still remember it with my schoolwork, because I had to take my schoolwork with me. My brothers somehow finagled that they would go in the summer, and I'd go during school. I don't know. I always had to bring schoolwork with me. I wasn't good planning at those trips.
How cool, though, to have
cool.
aunts who are flight attendants. I always thought when I was a kid it would be cool to be a flight attendant or a pilot because you get all of these great flying benefits, right?
Yes.
You see the world.
I know. Very cool. Now, I wish that I could do more of those with my mom, right? Because my mom and I didn't really travel together. We did, you know, later in life, but not when I was younger. It's crazy.
It's funny, too, how COVID really has changed, I think, a lot of people's perspectives. Right now, you can get a deal on so many places, but we haven't been on a plane.
Nobody wants to go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that's us, too. We feel strange about getting on a plane, even though a lot of airlines, they're keeping the middle seats open right now. I don't know, strange time. But, but we're itching to go
somewhere.
Anywhere. That'll happen.
So we do want to hear from you guys for Monday Motivation, what you can do this week to improve your quality of life based on sort of that question that we were talking about, short life, long life, struggle, no struggles. So we would love to hear from you, and I think we have a few people have already answered that question. We have Mary up first. Work less, play more. Yes, Mary.
That's great. And if you work hard, then you can play harder too, right? Barbie writes in, working out every day, and I ordered a variety pack from, Sans Wine Company, Courtney.
Yay.
That was one of your favorite things last week. It came today, and each day is a celebration.
Yes, Barbie. I'm with you, girl, and I'm coming over. Send me your address. Jennifer says, less time on social media and my phone. Last night, I played solitaire with real cards, and it was so nice.
Yeah, how awesome to put the phones away. We try to do that. We were actually chatting this morning about The Social Dilemma, which is this new documentary. I haven't seen it yet because the preview alone freaked me out so much. Just all about how likes and comments and all of these things that everyone is so desperate to have on their photos have sort of become like a currency that is pervasive now. People like base other people's value
based on that?
Like their following. Yeah.
Well, newsflash, they're not real friends then, right? Not at all.
Fair weather friends, perhaps?
Ugh.
I'm going to try to get to The Social Dilemma this week. If you guys have seen it, message me because I want to hear more about it. I can't watch scary or upsetting things before bed, so that's why we passed.
Right.
You know what we watched instead, though? And I have to thank my friend Whitney for letting me know about this. A documentary called My Octopus Teacher. Have you heard of this?
No.
Guys, you have to watch My Octopus Teacher. It's about this man who is a filmmaker, and he just sort of has reached this standstill point in his life where he feels kind of stagnant and like something's missing. So he starts diving every single day, and he observes this octopus. Well, they are genius creatures, right? Who have evolved over time, right? And they're very solitary. I mean, they don't travel in packs. It's sort of like the ocean against them, right?
Right.
This guy develops a friendship with this octopus. I know.
This
I know
is not at all
thinking.
where I thought the title of this was going.
What did you think?
I had no idea.
What did you think?
I don't know, but I think now I'm really interested.
They are I can see your face. I can tell when you're not being sincere.
I am. I had no idea where this was going to go, but now I really am interested.
I'm telling you, you'll be glad you watched this. It is fascinating. They are such intelligent creatures. And imagine this, you know, skittish octopus who's like afraid of humans and everything in the ocean, right? Because they're constantly on defense. There are scenes in this documentary where the octopus like flies up and like grabs onto the guy. No, where he's like holding it. It is incredible. Oh my gosh, guys, if you watch one thing this week, watch My Octopus Teacher.
I had no idea. I never heard of it, and I did not. This sounds fascinating.
I am telling you, it is fascinating.
I cannot wait.
We may have cried a little bit.
Really? Was that good?
Yes, lessons we can all learn about ourselves, about each other, about our interaction with animals. I mean,
I need to really broaden my horizons on things that I watch on Netflix, because that's not at all what I'm getting out of my
What do you watch? Let me guess. Table flipping hair extensions?
No.
Are those involved?
No.
No Housewives?
No, I'm not watching Housewives.
The Real
I gave
Housewives
up on
of Salt Lake City. Our producer Heather told me about this. I didn't realize this was actually...
It's a go.
No, I told Brandon, like, hey, have you heard about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? He thought I was teasing him.
No, it's a go. It is happening. And
this is a real program.
I know.
What do they do on the show? Sing to each other and get out their
Jell-O?
sewing machines?
I don't know, but it's going to be fascinating.
Tonight on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, we're baking cookies.
Something's happened. They've made the series out of it, so something is going to happen. Lots of drama.
I mean, I grew up in Salt Lake City, so, and you worked in Salt Lake City.
I did.
6 years.
Yes, I did.
Longest 6 years of your life. I'm just drawing things now.
Okay.
No, Salt Lake is beautiful.
It really is.
And people are very nice.
People are very nice.
To your face.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're moving
Sir,
on.
are my cousins watching this right now?
Probably not.
Okay, we should move on.
Okay. Also today, this is really cool. Lauren Kelly is taking us inside the Art of the World Gallery for a look at their artists, and they're featuring for Hispanic Heritage Month, and she's joining us live now. Hi, Lauren.
Oh, she's busy observing.
Hi guys. I'm sorry. I'm just being very fancy today at the Art of the World Gallery here in River Oaks. And some of these pieces are huge and they're beautiful. And they are featuring of Lita Cabelut. And she is the mastermind behind all of these big, huge pieces. And we're going to check it out here for Hispanic Heritage Month. We're going to speak with Rebecca Rios. She is an art advisor. And that is coming up after the break. So don't go anywhere. Be right back. Hispanic Heritage Month, and we are kind of wrapping up the month here at this beautiful art gallery. It is here, the Art of the World Gallery. And I'm going to walk through some pieces because we have some Hispanic artists we're going to be showing off. But take a look at this. One of these is a piece of art, and one of these is a real person. Any guesses? Oh, it's Rebecca! But this is, we walk in, and Rebecca, this is amazing. This is an actual piece of art that you can come see here in River Oaks at the Art of the World Gallery.
So this artist is Mark Sejan. He's a Serbian-American artist, and he's about 74 years old. He's been in pretty much all of the important museums around the world, and his work is incredible. So definitely shows off your age spots as well.
I mean, the details, it's amazing, as is every other piece in here. And Rebecca Rios, you've been here as an art advisor for quite some time, and you're going to show us around. Today, we are featuring Lita Cabelut. I worked on practicing her name, so we can learn about some of her notorious pieces. Can you tell everybody what she's most famous for?
So Lita Cabelut is a Spanish contemporary artist. She's known for the effects of the craquelure. So you'll be able to see all of her sort of stretching and manipulation of the canvas.
Basically, to dumb it down, she destroys these pictures and then rebuilds them in a way she wants people to see them, right?
So the title of this exhibition, The Colors That Remain, is extremely important because every single layer of paint left on there has a meaning, and it's there for a reason.
A different representation. And, you know, when I walked in, I said, does Lita have a specific first piece or her most notorious piece? And she doesn't. It's definitely about the way she does things. So we wanted to walk over here and just show off the different colors and the different things on this painting. It's just...
And with this one, you'll see it's a little different. It won't have as much of the deconstruction to it, which she's known for. But she's also very well known for her portraiture. So pretty much every work here will be a portraiture in some shape or form.
That's wonderful. So we're going to walk. This is a 6,500 square foot gallery, and everything has been beautiful. You're featuring Lita's pieces, and you have some other Hispanic artists in here as well?
Correct. So we feature Fernando Botero, who's the most important Latin American artist alive. He's about 88 years old. Very iconic for Colombian culture as well as just Latin American scenery. Jimenez Heredia as well. A lot of Gustavo Vélez. We had a very important public art exhibition right now with him in San Diego. So Julio Larraz, Cuban, Wilfredo Lem, also Cuban. Just a lot of artists for you to come and see during this quarantine.
Absolutely. And one of the Hispanic faces you may recognize for Lita's pieces is Frida, right?
Yes, correct. So Lita focuses a lot on people who have similar backgrounds to hers. And Frida Kahlo definitely has sort of that tragic life as well. So with this piece, you'll get to see Frida's DNA in those DNA forms. So very chaotic.
I hear her on the chaotic, that's for sure. And I just want to mention a couple of these pieces right here that kind of all go together.
Yes, so this is a triptych. With this piece, I'll tell you a little bit, is the this is who we are, how people see us. Then we have the DNA that makes us who we are, and eventually the evolutions and the transitions that we go throughout in our lives.
Well, you guys are open and inviting people to come in and take a look. All these pieces are for sale. It's wonderful. This is a beautiful gallery. And you're celebrating your 4-year anniversary next month.
Yes, we're very excited. 4 years here in the River Oaks area, so it's a perfect time for everyone to just come visit us. And we're also doing a very important partnership with Artica. They're a publishing house in Barcelona. And for every art book sale that we have of Lita and Fernando Botero, we'll be donating $500 to Art League Houston. So
wow,
it's fantastic.
That's wonderful. Well, congratulations on everything. You guys, this is a beautiful exhibit, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to take a look upstairs at some of the other artists. Thank you so much for joining us today, Rebecca.
Thank you so much.
Want a little more info, HoustonLife.tv. Courtney and Derek, I'm going to go get educated upstairs, too.
Very, very nice. I am blown away, and I still can't believe that man. I mean, he looks completely real.
Totally.
Very nice,
Oh,
Lauren.
right, the security.
Thanks for that.
And the Voices of Houston segment was brought to you by thanks to our sponsors, Burlington and River Oaks Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. So thanks for that.
Okay, very nice. Houston Life will be right back. Welcome back. Now let's get a check of today's headlines with Keith and Christine, along with Admiral Billingsley there. Hey, guys.
Ahoy, mate.
Hey, yeah, did you guys have a great weekend?
Very
Absolutely.
nice. Monday came too fast, and Franklin had a big weekend with his ceremony
he
there.
did, didn't we?
was
Frank,
great
we
fun.
need to talk about this. You becoming an admiral, honorary admiral over the
it's
weekend.
a really nice honor. I'm proud to be one. And they had the Alyssa ship as the background down there in Galveston. Had about 20 people and all masked up and made some presentations. And I did not know this. It's the highest honor that the governor of Texas can award to a person, to any person.
Wow.
I know, right?
Okay, we are with like some pretty big stuff right here, man.
A VIP around here. And the weather was perfect. And then fall, we're finally feeling like fall, Frank.
You know, I always try to define a good front as dropping the temperature 10 degrees. And that's what happened.
Yeah, that's a good
From
one.
80 to 70 as this front came through. A little bit of light rain with it. It's now offshore, you can see there. So all of this north wind has kicked in, and that's what's pushing it through. Consequently, wind advisories, you can see till 9 o'clock for most of us, and then right along the coast till 7 tomorrow morning. It's breezy out there. Take a look. Blue sky is gorgeous, but the gusts are 26 to 32 with sustained winds in Galveston at 24, Palacios at 25, 20 in Katy. So it's breezy. If you're going to take that dog for a walk, make sure that you hold that leash nice and tight. We've got temperatures that are following suit right there now in the upper 70s. It's going to be a nice one. 77 at 4, 76 at 5, 73 and 71. So we'll see temperatures eventually. Look at this. Can't wait to see Derek's sweater tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
Aye, Captain. All right. Also coming up today at 4 o'clock, you will hear from a 14-year-old boy from North Texas who has just earned his associate's degree. Ian Taylor, believe this. His name is Ian Taylor Schlitz. Started his college career at the age of 12. Okay, what was I doing when I was 12? He's also the CEO of his own company.
We're not there either.
I just haven't accomplished anything. All right, he now is trying to decide between a master's degree in business, so an MBA, or heading to med school. Okay, this is a pretty smart person.
Oh,
here.
without a doubt.
Yeah, by the way, his big sister was the youngest person ever to attend SMU at the age of 16. So we're talking a pretty smart family here.
Family, without a doubt, without a doubt. Good for him. We're going to talk more about that. Also, we know Taylor Swift is a pop music queen, right? But she has now dethroned the queen of the night. Her latest album, Folklore, just topped the Billboard 200 for a 7th week. That gives Taylor Swift a career total of 47 weeks at #1 on that chart. It also breaks the previous record for female artists previously held by Whitney Houston. Guys, we're going to talk about more about that coming up at 4 o'clock.
I love T Swizzle. I love everything she puts out.
Wow. T-Swizzle.
I
is-
love
what her
Whitney
friends
Houston,
call it.
too. I mean,
I've been
goodness.
to a T Swizzle concert. So.
It's good stuff,
Same.
isn't it?
Oh, yeah. That production value, holy moly.
All right, guys, we'll see you at 4.
Bye.
And still ahead, Debbie Allen is known for her talents on the screen and, of course, on the dance floor. Coming up, we're showing you how she's helping to put the spotlight on grandparents.
We'll be right back.
Happy National Sons Day!
Happy National Sons Day from Jason.
Ashley and Jackson.
Hi, Derek and Courtney. We love your show. And since it's National Sons Day, let me send my love to my 2 sons, Jan and George Patrick. I miss you both.
That is so sweet.
Very nice. We love hearing from our viewers, and it's great to see you all on television. That's a big deal. Very nice.
And details to do that on our website, and you can send in yours. And a little shout out to my sons too, because it is National Sons Day. So Connor and AJ, thanks for making me your mama.
They're at Dollywood. This was your trip there in what, August?
July, mid-July, yeah. Super fun.
You know, I've never been to Dollywood. I've seen her a couple times in concert, and I didn't even realize I was a fan until I saw her that first time. She's incredible.
She is incredible. Let me tell you, I was looking for her at Dollywood, but she wasn't there. You know, I thought maybe I'd run it past her or something.
It's her theme park, and she wasn't there.
How rude, right?
The nerve.
I know.
That is so rude.
But listen, that concert is on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Need to see her.
You'll be glad you did.
I know.
One day we'll all be able to go to concerts again, right? All right, the viewer comments have been rolling in during today's show, starting with Rachel. Oh, we know Rachel. She'll be going to the Art Walk this Saturday at Sawyer Yards. Get her outside walking and some much-needed vitamin D and some art as well. Much-needed dose of art.
Absolutely. And Eve, we know her. We played bingo with Eve. Get outside and enjoy the beautiful weather.
I know, it's that time of year. And Rochelle writes in, for feeding the cute little ducks on my morning walk makes me smile every day. Looks like a nice little pup is along for that walk.
Absolutely.
Thanks, as always, for all your comments. And after the break, learn more about the surgical procedure that can ease motor symptoms for movement disorders like Parkinson's disease. That's next. Welcome back. If you or a loved one is struggling with Parkinson's disease or other neurological movement disorders, there's a brand new procedure coming to Memorial Hermann the Woodlands Medical Center that promises to help with those symptoms.
Joining us now with details is Dr. Sam Javidan, neurosurgeon with Memorial Hermann the Woodlands Medical Center. Doctor, welcome to the show. It's great to see you.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
This is such an interesting conversation to have. And to begin with, this surgical treatment is an option for patients who are suffering from Parkinson's disease or even external, those tremors. What is this deep brain stimulation? Can you break it down for us?
It's an implant that we place in a very specific part of the brain, and we use a very thin implant, less than the thickness of a pencil lead. I don't know if you can see this, but this is implanted into a very specific portion of the brain, and it delivers a low voltage electrical current, and that can suppress tremors and other motor symptoms of Parkinson's disease. And it's been FDA approved for over 15 years, but it's become very refined and in many ways very simplified. And we now have it in community hospital settings, such as out here in the Woodlands, in ways that are patient-friendly and community service-oriented, so that there's less of a need to be in a research facility, and there's a lot more simplicity involved with the procedure now.
And Dr. Javidan, so this is not just for Parkinson's disease. This could treat any number of neurological disorders?
There's actually a much more common disorder that we use it on called essential tremor, which tends to run in families. And that's a disorder where people have tremors or shaking movements when they're attempting to do things with their hands that go away at rest, which is the opposite of the tremor that you see in Parkinson's disease. So that disease, essential tremor, is very, very much helped by this procedure, and is becoming in many communities a more common indication for the procedure even than the Parkinson's disease, which was the original reason it was developed.
This is so fascinating, and I know, Doctor, we have some video that we're going to play here. You did not operate on this particular patient, but this is video of a deep brain stimulation surgery, and the patient is continuing to play the flute.
Yeah, one of the unique and interesting things about this surgery is that for many of these surgeries, we keep the patients awake for about 30 to 40 minutes so that they can perform certain tasks. In this video, it's a musician playing their instrument. I've had patients who've done writing or drawing and all sorts of functional tasks while we're implanting in the brain, so that we can have a good marker for when we're in the right location and when we've reached the right frequency and so on, to suppress the tremor and the other symptoms that are limiting their function.
That is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So while this patient then was playing the flute, essentially this helps ensure that the treatment, that you guys have like hit the right spot. Is that correct?
That's exactly it. It's all about hitting the right spot. Exactly right.
Now, I also think it's important though, doctor, to underscore this procedure, it's not like it slows the progression of Parkinson's. It's not a cure for the disease. The whole idea here is that we are lessening the severity of the symptoms, right?
That's exactly right. And we used to think that it was didn't have any effect on slowing the progression until just recently. There were a couple studies, one out of Vanderbilt University, that suggests that it does have a lasting effect on the progression of the tremor symptoms. Although it is not a cure, the cure for the disease would involve basic biological factors, and it's probably going to involve some combination of pharmaceuticals or stem cells in the future to actually cure this disease. But it's an excellent procedure for suppressing some of the most bothersome symptoms of the disease.
And those are those tremors where people maybe can't walk and move around like they would as the disease progresses. And I know that you showed sort of the wire-looking mechanism, but this is basically sort of like a pacemaker, but for the brain. It's basically giving those signals at that time.
That's exactly right. And so the wire has to be connected through a pathway that's hidden under the skin to a device. They've made these very thin and very patient-friendly now that are hidden under the skin, usually under the collarbone, and that delivers that low-current electrical stimulation to suppress the symptoms that we've been talking about, such as tremor or stiffness or slowness of movement.
And how long does this treatment last? I mean, is this something that has to be redone, doctor, from time to time or recharged?
We now have patients who had these implanted 20 to 30 years ago as part of the original FDA trial, and we know that it continues to work and continues to offer benefit to those patients even 20 and 30 years later.
It's really incredible. Wow. And I know we saw the video of the patient playing the flute during surgery. You had mentioned, doctor, simple tasks, just even handwriting. And you've seen, patients have seen dramatic differences there.
Yeah, it's terrific. We get Christmas cards from our patients, and we have a few that are hobbyists and doing fine art. And so they'll send us things like this. They'll send us their drawings after their tremor goes away, just to show us things that they can do now that they weren't able to do before the surgery. So it can make a big difference with fine motor tasks like that.
And really quality of life for these people that have to live with this for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, it really is. It seems like a game changer, doctor, to be able to help these people who couldn't do simple tasks before. That's got to be really satisfying, knowing that you guys have access to tools that really can change people's lives.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's for us as surgeons, it's one of the most rewarding things we do, because we get to see the before and the after, and we get to see the dramatic difference that it can make.
It's really
I think
incredible.
You're showing here a handwriting sample before and after. You can see the changes in the clarity.
It's unbelievable. And I know, doctor, if someone's listening or they have a loved one or know someone with Parkinson's and they're interested or has any of these tremors that we were talking about, they just need to simply make an appointment?
Yeah, they should contact Memorial Hermann Neurology or Neurosurgery. We have the Memorial Hermann website with the /neuro. And then the number for our office here is 713-897-5900.
Well, very nice, Dr. Sam Javidan. It is so fascinating. I was sharing with you during commercial break, I had a couple grandparents who both had Parkinson's disease. They both passed in the 80s. And for them, I mean, this would have been a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's been a tremendous advance since the 80s, and the pace of research is just accelerating. So it might be that a cure might just be around the corner. We're really hopeful.
Okay, fingers crossed, Dr. Sam Javidan. Thank you so much for your help today and for a very interesting conversation.
Thanks for having me.
And if you would like more information about deep brain stimulation surgery, you can call Memorial Hermann, the Woodlands Medical Center at 713-897-5900, or you can visit their website, neuro.memorialhermann.org.
Houstonian Debbie Allen is known for her work as an actress, dancer, choreographer, and the list truly goes on and on, but she's also a new grandmother.
Yeah, congratulations, Debbie. After the break, we're going to learn more about how she's reaching out to help other grandparents with a brand new campaign. That's next.
Well, Welcome back. You know, at 70 years old, Houstonian Debbie Allen is a busy professional, currently executive producing and starring in Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, she has a long list of credits to her name, and along with her love of acting, producing, dancing, the list goes on, this legend is also finding time to be a grandmother and to support other grandparents with a brand new campaign. Joe Sam has more.
Who wouldn't love to have a dynamic powerhouse and world-renowned celebrity for a grandmother? I sure would. Debbie Allen has made a huge name for herself by becoming a top-listed dancer, actress, and director in shows such as Fame, Everybody Hates Chris, Grey's Anatomy, and the list goes on and on. But now she's taking on one of her biggest roles yet, being a grandmother to her bundle of joy, Shiloh.
You know, she's talking now, and she calls me Ma D, like Mama D. And I love it when she goes to the bottom of the steps in our foyer, and she goes, I'm gonna sit right here. One day she just came out and said that, and then she pulled my skirt and made me sit down right next to her. And we sat there for a little while and just looked at the artwork on the walls. And so right now, I'm learning from her because I'm watching her grow and blossom.
Now Debbie's helping to blossom a new initiative called Love is Grand in hopes of changing the idea of what it is to be a grandparent.
So when Aspercreme came to me to ask if I would join this wonderful initiative to reset the idea of what is a grandparent, what do they look like, who are they, what is their energy? You know, every time you see a cartoon with a grandmother, she got gray hair, glasses, and kind of feeble. No, honey, we are the most alive people on the planet. And right now, I couldn't be more consumed with speaking to people all over the world and giving them guidance and inspiration.
She certainly inspired people from all over the world to celebrate Grandparents' Day over the weekend by posting a picture of them with their grandparent using the hashtag #LoveIsGrand. And Aspercreme donated $1 for every picture posted, racking in over $50,000.
Now in COVID, it's been a little difficult because we've been limited in our ability to actually physically be together. So I would say that it would be very important to just make the connections and to, if you can't be with your grandparents, call them, FaceTime. The virtual world has become a very real part of our lives. And so we don't ever want to go too long without it. So just remember, hashtag #LoveIsGrand.
That money will be given to Generations United, a nonprofit made to improve intergenerational communities and their families, something that Debbie couldn't turn down. She says when it comes to work, she has no plans on slowing down anytime soon.
I'm thinking about all my friends in Houston, Texas, Gwen, Taylor, Laura, all of the people that I grew up with that are still there. And they call me sometime, they're retired. I'm like, what do you mean retired, child? Anybody gonna be retired no time soon? Come on, let's go on a cruise. I said, I can't go on a cruise. I don't have time.
But what the famous celebrity does have time for is showing love to all the grandparents that issue it out every single day.
And that is something that ought to stay with us for the year. Whether we have, you know, missed Grandparents' Day or not, I would say post pictures of those modern grandparents that you love and cherish. Post them. Post.
Thanks, Joe. She is by far the coolest granny I've ever seen.
Yeah, she is a class act. 70 years old, too.
She's beautiful. Thanks, Joe. Well, we do have a link to learn more about Miss Debbie's campaign to support grandparents on our website, HoustonLife.tv.
And during commercial break today, Courtney and I have been laughing so much about the comments you guys have been sending in. Let's get to some of those now. Barbara writes in, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is nothing like you think. They ski and they drink and are loud.
Okay,
Is
can't
Barbara
wait to
talking
see
about
it.
us, or is she talking about the Housewives?
I think both.
Okay.
Joyce wrote in and said that she watched My Octopus Teacher last night, and you are correct. It is wonderful.
Isn't it wonderful?
I can't wait to see it.
I'm telling you guys, My Octopus Teacher, it'll change your life. You'll also never eat octopus again.
Ever?
No.
Okay.
You won't. Okay, we'll be right back. Coming up tomorrow on Houston Life, the Texicana Mamas, Courtney. They're a group of 3 Latina singers from San Antonio sharing their Mexican heritage through music.
Can't wait to meet them. Also, National Coffee Day is tomorrow. You can kickstart your afternoon with some seasonal coffee cocktails, like a spiked pumpkin latte and a chocolate espresso martini. I say yes to both.
Oh, okay. Well, that looks very good. I guess I'll have to skip my morning cups to prepare for the show.
Or maybe just one.
Don't want to have the jitters. And we do want to send our best out to those celebrating Yom Kippur today, the holiest of days.
That is right. Absolutely, for Yom Kippur.